Alright guys, so in this first video I want to show you how to work with Lightroom and Photoshop with my new Florida sky. And I actually shot a wedding in Florida just a few days ago, and it was kind of like end of afternoon shot. I really like the photo with the bride and there and the tree, but like the light was not that great. So we're gonna use the magic of Photoshop and change that. First thing, I like to start off in Lightroom. You can start off in any software, and I'll show you different workflow. But in Lightroom, if you were to start on this one, the only thing I would do is, you see there's a bit of vignetting here, and I shot this with a very exotic lens that nobody can find. So if you click here on Anibal profile, you will see it doesn't work, but I know it's a 50mm. So what I usually do is I just go to Canon. You see, ooh, it looks weird. And I go to Canon 50mm 1.4 and vignetting. I'm gonna take the vignetting out. You see here, check it out, before, after. It's just a little bit better. It's not that great, but it's a bit better. I'm gonna make it straight. And I want to give it like a sunset-y feeling. So we have to do a bit of things first before we do the sky replacement. Like I want to add a lot of yellow and magenta to make it a lot warmer. And this spot is way too bright, so I'm gonna make the whole photo darker. Maybe, just make the whole photo darker. I'm gonna make a gradient and make this part much darker, because in real life it would be much darker. Okay, something like that. And boom, voila. Then I'm gonna go edit in Adobe Photoshop 2021, and I'll show you two ways to do this. First of all, I'm gonna put all the Florida sky that I have into this library called Florida Sky. So I already have a whole bunch of sky that I brought in that way. And the way you do that, let me start over. I'm actually gonna start over, as you can see. I'm gonna create a new library. I'm gonna call it Florida Sky Tutorial English, because I'm also doing this in French. Okay, create. And then here on my Finder, I have all the skies, okay? So you have the dramatic sky medium format, you have the golden hour medium format, you have the night sky, and you have the sunset. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all my dramatic skies and I'm gonna select them and I'm gonna click and drag them here. So it's gonna put them in a not grouped section. So we need to be a little organized for this. So I'm gonna create a group that I'm gonna call Dramatic Skies. And I'm gonna select the first one, shift for the last one, and it's not even loaded yet, because what it does, it loads them, well, first one and last one. What it does, it takes your sky and it loads it into your Creative Cloud online storage. So I'm going to drag and drop this from not grouped to dramatic skies. So now I got two groups, not grouped with nothing and dramatic skies. And all I have to do is go back to the Finder and take the golden hour skies and do the same thing, okay? And there is two ways you can change skies in Photoshop. I'm going to show you both ways. There is the sort of easy way and there's a hard way. But I on purpose took this photo because this photo has got a tree. And when there is a tree, it's the hardest way to change sky. I mean, I remember when I started Photoshop 15 years ago, trying to change skies with trees like this, I would always get like a weird halo all around the leaf, and there was no way to get a good selection. So now I need to create a new group for this. So you click here on this icon, create a new group, and let's call this Golden Hour. Golden Hour, Golden Hour. And then I'm gonna select the first Golden Hour that's in not grouped and the last Golden Hour, and I'm gonna drag and drop it into the Golden Hour group. Okay, and I'm basically gonna do that for the rest of this. So we have now Golden Hour, lots of skies, dramatic sky, lots of sky. Let's carry on. We got now the night skies, so same thing. I'm going to drag and drop them in not grouped. Actually, you know what? I just realized that there might be a faster way. I'm going to try that for the last one. I think I can create a group and drag and drop it directly into the group, which could be a more clever way of doing this. So night skies. Okay, click and drag. I think I can economize one thing here. Where is my night skies? Oh, it's here. Okay, up. I'm gonna drag it there. Okay, perfect. So now I got night skies, golden hour. Let me try this. The last one is sunset. So I'm gonna do sunset skies, and then drag directly sunset into that. Sunset is the biggest part because after all, it's Florida skies. Yeah, it works. I think it's gonna work. Come on. Yes, and it goes directly to Sunset Sky, so that's a little faster way. Okay, cool. So, but here's the problem. So on this one, I'm going to show you two ways of doing this in Photoshop. The first one is the sort of easy part, where you go here, File, Edit, and Sky Replacement. And then, for example, this guy, which is perfect. Now, the problem is that if we'll zoom in a little bit. Here, can we zoom in here? Yeah, we can zoom in here. It's actually doing an amazing job. There's a little bit of halos, not really actually. Oh my gosh, look at the job. Like the mask is just perfect. All right, well, honestly, I intended to have something. Now, the light was coming from this part here. The light was coming from this side. So, which is good. You can see from the cloud, it's the right light. Let's try a different sky. I was gonna go for like a more golden hour sky. So now, you see here, I create a group called Medium Format Sky. I put all my sky there. To be organized, you could go there and create like, sort of like golden hour. Golden hour, I have so many skies, medium format. Okay, because medium format has such a quality of golden hour medium format. So you select the group and you go here plus, and then I'm gonna go, well, here I'm in my golden hour skies. It's a JPEG version, and maybe we'll use this one. Let's see here. This one could be cool. Yeah, golden hour is kind of lighter. It's like not, it maybe will match a little bit better this photo. We'll see. So up, I can click on it now. See what happens. Yeah, not really as good. Let's try some other crazy sky. Let's try this one. They're all medium format sky. There's from the Sunset collection. Not bad. This one, yeah, not so good. And I think this one is really the one I like the most. I think this one just works really well. Let's see here. Let's create another group that I'm going to call Sunset medium format. So the only downside with this way of doing things, and I've actually spoke to the developer at Adobe, no joke, he interviewed me, is that when you click here plus, you can only add one sky at a time. I wish we could do what we did earlier, because it's a different part of the software where I could select everything and click open. I see it didn't work. Before you could not even select, but that's an update that's going to be coming soon. So right now, let's just take one sky at a time. Because it's just a thumbnail is so small. Let's find something very dramatic for this one. So sometime on purpose, check this out. You see, that's the same sunset. Here it's here, and it's really in the corner. Sometimes it's good to have one in the corner because the sun was really in the corner on this one. So and you see now it works. It added a sky. Ooh, I like that. It's like totally like reminds me like Gone with the Wind with Clark Gable and Vivian Leigh. Let's see. Let's do another one. Let's do another one that could be crazy. This sunset in Florida are just so incredible. Yeah, maybe this one. Let's check it out. Maybe it's not gonna. Maybe it's gonna a little over the top. And you can just once you have it. The good thing is once you've added here, it's gonna be there forever. Yeah, this one doesn't work for me. Let's try another one. It's really takes a bit of practice to get the right sky that's gonna work. Let's try this one. This one seems to be kind of cool. The thing is that the sun was there, so you want something that's going to match. You see, that's not going to match because the sun is going to be there. Yeah, you see the sun is there. It doesn't match. You need to get the sun there. So I need to get a sky where the sun is at the right place. I see so many people doing sky replacement where you have to look at where is the sky. So sometimes you can flip it. Like, for example, on this one, you see the sky, I believe, is going to be in the wrong place. It's going to be here. But that's fine. You can go here and you can flip it. And then this one is going to be here. And so it's going to match, And then maybe we can do some shift edge on it to make it go higher up. Let's see. Yeah, shift edge. Yes, shift edge. Not so much. Oh, shift edge is actually working on the mask. It's doing something on the mask. I don't want that. Fade edge. That's all the way. Yeah, because if you go into scale, you see, if I go into scale, right away it's gonna look weird. So you have to be at scale at 100 or above. If you go anything below 100, your sky is gonna be visible. So, okay, that's kind of cool. It's not my favorite, really, honestly. I think my favorite was on the medium format was some of the golden hour stuff, like this golden hour. I really like this one. I think this one is, yeah, this one is awesome. I'm gonna keep this one. And golden hour matches more because this was shot like 2 hours before golden hour. So, you know, the better you're closer to the shot, you know, better you are close to the shot, better you are. Now I want to show you something. So I'll show you a different way of doing this. So the problem, if I zoom in here, you have to inspect your mask, and honestly, it's doing a great job. It's like you can't tell, the mask is almost perfect. Now, with this guy, let's try something else. So I'm going to go here, and sky replacement group, I'm going to take it off, and I'm going to do a different technique. So I'm going to go into my golden hour skies that we just imported earlier here, and let's see here. And I'm going to take this one, and this time instead, I have never tried this. This might not work at all. Instead of, basically I'm going to put this at the horizon. Instead of doing a mask, what I do is I'm going to put this in multiply mode. And multiply mode is going to make sure the mask is more than perfect. There's no mask needed, it's blending. The problem is that the photo is really too dark, and you see, we can see the original skies. That's what's not good. So we need to do something about the original sky. And so we need to erase them. One of the best way to do that is you can go into filter, camera raw filter, and you can blow the highlights. That's going to help. You can blow the highlights. And then what you can do also is you can take this tool here. You can take you want to take the dodge tool. Dodge tool makes things brighter, okay? So, with the dodge tool, I can just turn this into white. You see, just where the sky, and just get rid of the original clouds, okay? And then we can put this back on. Okay, now that's already way better. You see, we got rid of the old clouds. And the good thing about it is that it gives, the mask is perfect, and it also colorized the photo, which is kind of cool. Now, I want to position it exactly at the horizon, and then, but what about the rest? Like, what about here? It looks weird. So, Command J to duplicate the layer, Command T to take the transform tool, flip horizontal, you hold on the Shift key, and you can check you have my full sky replacement training. I do that so many times. And I just want to show you both options, and you have to make sure, I'm going to use the Move Tool V to make sure this is exactly where it should be. Maybe just a little higher up. Yeah, you can use like this is kind of cool. Okay, and now I can select both and press right click and click merge layer. And that's going to go back to, you see, I made a mistake. So Command Z to undo. Yeah, the best way to do that is actually to be in normal mode. If you're in normal mode, you won't have this issue because you want to make them match exactly perfectly. Yeah, like this. Okay, now they match. Once they match, you select them both, then you merge the layer, and then you put it into multiply. Okay, now it's going to match. Now, it's honestly, it's a little too dark. So what you can do is you can add a mask, take a brush, take a little brush, black as a foreground color, maybe like 10 of opacity, or at least under 20, and you can just brush here, especially where the bride's here, to get some of the color cast out, especially here where the sun is supposed to be, and that way it's pretty cool. And if you brush too much, you press X, and you can brush back. Like, let's say I want to brush back some of the clouds here. I can do that. X, and I can take it off the bride, you know. And it's just this, it's a different way of doing the sky replacement, but check out. So this is with the multiply mode, and this is without the multiply mode. You see, it looks kind of fake without the multiply mode. That's the regular sort of easy way Photoshop is doing it. But when you use multiply, I think it matches better. So that's how you do it in Photoshop, and voila.